All right, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First pass here is going to fall incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Shotgun now for Carr. He dumps it off to Drake. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check. Frank now. Frank. Kings. You go pilot. 64. Weak. Rail. Hey, foxtrot.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Browns, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Alert, 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 alert. Switch. X3, 218, chop it. 15, check.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Christian, Travis. Regular. Switch.
Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Catch good for 5. It's third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
General West. Alert. Go.
Now Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Here we go. Run. Flare. Recon, 132 fighter. Check 25. He's checking. Crash. Check 3.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Man left. 3 down. He's coming. Alert.
Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Check that. 180. Thanks. 36. Hurry. Check, 93's the mic. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Drake. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Now! 53, check. 180! 180, we're good, we're good! 280! 53, ready to run! 53, run! 180,
From the gun, it's Carr. It's complete to Grant. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
What now?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Don't get nervous.
Now the former Washington Husky. Here's Myles Gaskin. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone, sometimes you're throwing it between the zone, sometimes we...
Now Mayfield lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he finds Safarian-Jenkins. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Carr now on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. There he goes, right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Next to score from 10. Dolphins come in.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check. Kill. Check. Hot.
Here's Carr to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Greedy Williams picks it off. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Good. 180. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Complete to Jones. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check. 93's the mark. Real. All day. Hurry. Hey, alert. Hey, seam six. Big time.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Going up top. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 33 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of two ways. Either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but
you don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Carr now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now Carr. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Running, it's Drake. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, Charlie.
To throw, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Beckham, the return. A nice little juke. The great blocking nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Real. Mike 53. Coming. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Jim. 22 jet bomber.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 48-yard line.
AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where it came from.
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Good. 180. Watching your 5. Here we go. Under 10. Kings. 10. Check. Topper.
On first and 10, Mayfield. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Back. Regular. 49. Check 49. Point it right. Hey, exit.
On second and 7, Mayfield. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it first and 10. To throw his Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Sheldon Richardson gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18. Carr. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a little floater there is incomplete. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the
at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Throwing now is Carr. And it's caught by Parker. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Running from the shotgun with Dre. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You're mine. Check 31, check 31.
Now Drake. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Hey, Echo.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Going deep here for Parker. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Delta.
Carr now to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, 46 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. The Browns' drive about to get started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them. The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Hey, Alpha! Mike, watch the run, watch the run! Mike 55, Mike 55! Come on, boy! Come on! Hey!
On third down, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Jones. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
Chef. Run. Check 26-6-6. Pull it high.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. B.J. Goodson there on the tackle. Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. Stand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Steps away to his left. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku there to make the grab. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Dolphins 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down, Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
Carl try it again on second down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. On third and long, it's Carr. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Let him know. Check 93. Check 13. Mike, 55.
Carr going to go on fourth down. And this is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Check. 180. Come off the ball. Come on, tight. Down the tight. Hurry. Come on, tight. Alert. 3 down. Check.
On first down, Jones. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Jones. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check 2, draw Parker.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he finds Stills, complete. And out across midfield, down to the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. He was looking for Parker that time.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Double dog, that's the way.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Set, 180. Hey, tight down. There you go.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he's out right at the 25. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they will take a knee here. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
It's going to be a long day.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver. Third down here. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Defensively, you look at the numbers, another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. Carr to throw for it on fourth down. That's Stills bringing it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth. Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, you know, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game again next year.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.